Hi, the collective. My name is Aruna from All Change by the Minute. Video time again, okay? I saw a lot of zero, okay? And that means 0 point for me. That means hitting rock bottom and beginning from scratch, okay? That is happening to a lot of us, okay? And you will know when you are hitting rock bottom for you to begin from the scratch, because that is what God is wanting from you. And beginning from the scratch means building up all the layers. Okay, I'm seeing a skyscraper until you are at the top of the building. Yeah. And I heard ruling your own world. Yes, because that is what you need to do. Okay. And why I'm saying that, because chosen by light, consumed by darkness. That is the download I got also. Okay. Yeah. That means you are consumed by the darkness, the dark environment you are living in, okay? And you're going with that flow. And that means going with the flow of people who are not even hired by God, okay? And no, it's not being arrogant. No, because I'm not the one, okay, who's dividing the world. That's God's doing. And people's doing also, because God is seeing what is happening on this planet. That means a lot of people, okay, so shallow, okay, they're not knowing even what they're talking about, because again, I'm seeing so many different people, okay, yeah, the nice one, the good one, okay, and even, I cannot say that I have enlightened people now in my in my real surrounding, okay, but yeah, here on YouTube, maybe further, okay, but in a surrounding, yeah, I can, yeah, maybe one or two, yeah, but not totally leveled up. And we're not talking about levels, okay? But I know who I am, and you need to know who you are to the core, I'm hearing, okay, to the core, because when someone told me, okay, today, yeah, horrible news, yeah, that she couldn't walk because of the stress and because of the triggers that she's getting from old people, old acquaintances, okay, and maybe the relationship that she was in. And when I'm talking about, I know her for a few years, okay, but yeah, but what's the deal I'm getting, okay? What's the deal? Yeah. Do you want to get better? And do you want to learn? Because that is, for me, that is serious business, okay? I know God healed me. Yeah, healed me, okay? I heard also, but tortured me. Yeah, but in a good way. I know what I have gone through. It is about the suffering, of course, okay? But not the kind of suffering that you would give up on your life and you have total stress, okay? You need to be strong already. And that's why, yeah, pulled away, pulled away. That's the energy that I'm getting, okay? You are being pulled away from the dark energy, okay? Chosen by light, consumed by darkness. No more dark energy, okay? A rope is pulling onto you. Come here, and maybe two-way, okay? And where do you want to be, okay? In between walls? Not anymore. Maybe you're standing there, but you need to go full force, okay? Full force into the spiritual realm, okay? I know my life was turned upside down, okay? I needed to learn first spirituality, okay? I had nothing, but nothing, okay? For real. Yeah, but for real. And I was happy. And that's what God is wanting to see, that you will not have nothing, but you're still happy with the things that you are having, okay? Even though I would have a tiny house, yeah, with no people around me. Yeah, with no people around me, I would be the happiest person alive, okay? Alive, yeah. So many people are thinking, okay, that when they are dying, that they don't have to return to earth anymore, okay? Yeah, no, you have to come back, okay? That is the reincarnation process, okay? When you are not awakened and when you are leaving this world unawakened, you will come back. And there are layers to that, okay? There are layers to that. Until you're not knowing your soul, until you're not found your soul, you will come back One more try, one more try, I'm hearing, okay? One more time and one more try. And that is what reincarnation means. Yeah. Yeah. Why not start now? I'm hearing. Why not start now? Yeah. Why not start now? And people think that maybe I am crazy, you are crazy, that you are giving your life up, okay? That you are living, I heard on a frequency, yeah, on a frequency. Whoa, they cannot tune in. Yes, thank you, Lord. I need to type my minutes. Where? They cannot tune in, okay? No, it's not for them. It was never for them. Tuning in to the FM station where you need to be, okay? And sometimes you will know that, okay, I heard final station. Okay, this is the station I know. I need to go to that, turning that button, okay? And you're there and you will hear that sound, okay? But is it the sound of the universe, or is it the sound of the physical matrix? Is it the sound what is echoing back to you? I use that in my book, okay? Yeah. And but it's up to you to make the choice for you to get better, for you to love yourself more each day, okay? Yeah. I mean, that is what God is wanting from all of us, okay? Because God is already gifting us love and more than enough, I'm hearing, okay? Yeah. But when you are not, when this universe will see when you are not loving yourself, when you are staying in that physical matrix and you have not legalized money, okay? I'm hearing not legalized money. That means that money is from the physical matrix, okay? It's not out of spirituality. Yeah. But it's not for everybody, of course, this reading. It is only the one who are chosen by light. And I will know if you are carrying the light, okay? Most of the time, the people who are suffering so much, and they know that they are suffering for a purpose. Thank you, God. For a purpose, and they will know their purpose. They will stand in their north node, okay? The star shining above them. This is how you will know when you are knowing that your north node. Look it up, okay? Your north node, yeah. That is your purpose. That is what you came to do on this planet, yeah. Mine is 5. You can know that. Okay. Yeah. I'm sharing you. Yeah. That's why. And 5 is change. And what about my name? Okay. All change by the minute. Yeah. All change by the minute. God gifted me that name. All change by the minute. For the ones who knows me. Okay. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. I heard that's not my real name. No. No identification by that name. Okay. Yeah. It is by frequency. It is by energy, what you are carrying. And that is your true name. Understood? I heard. Yeah. Understood. Yeah. Yeah. So again, even though my real name, physical name is Aruna, okay? That means the sun rising, the early morning sun rising, okay? That is what it means, okay? Yeah, and that is also identifying who you are as a person, because people will see and they will think, oh my God, that is really you, okay? Yeah, but chosen, okay? You are chosen by light and consumed by darkness. And no, not anymore. No, no. Make that decision, okay? For once and for all, to not to be triggered anymore. Yeah, because that is what they want, okay? You to be aggressive in a manner, and for you to be triggered, and you to reactor. I'm hearing, thank you, God, reactor. Okay, do not react. Do not react. You need to be creating. Yeah, you need to be creating. Do not react, because that is what they want. And reacting is out of darkness, out of aggressiveness, and not all people will think, okay, that no, that's not true. I can react. Yeah, you can react, but what will come is another answer, and another one, and another one, and another one. It will go on and on and on, especially when you're talking to a person who is still sleeping through their life and working Yeah, in the darkness. And I'm not blaming them, okay, because they are living in an illusion, yeah, a veil, but it's not being lifted, okay, yeah. Well, yours is being lifted up and up. That's why the skyscraper, okay, you want to go there. You want to go there. Yeah, top, okay, top of the building. Yeah, the elevator, as I'm using that, okay, one, okay, stage one, stage two, yeah, yeah. This is how you need to elevate more and more and more. And this is how God will guide you to do so. Okay. Yeah. I'm talking about the real God. Yeah. Whoa. A lot of talking. 10, 10, and 10 means completion. And 10 is this year. And that means also completion. Okay. Completion of who you are and who you are becoming, and take that completion in every reality, because there are a lot of timelines, and as I'm sorry, every timeline has a reality, and you need to understand that reality where you are living in, okay? And that means stay there, stay put there, okay? And learn your lessons. When you're not learning, you cannot elevate. You will stay stuck there with the dark workers, consumed by their darkness. That means they are the ones who are being hired. You can say everything, okay, by the devil, by themselves, by their own choice. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about the devil. Yeah. The devil knows best, I heard. No. In their life, in the darkness, yes. But God knows best. God knows best. Okay? Yeah. No one else. And the devil is about a whole world, okay? And that's why the dividing of the wall. Where do you want to stand, okay? I'm not sure if you also want to stand in the middle, because I was in the middle before going totally into the new earth. And you want to be there, and you want to stand there. You want to be with the people you are going to connect with. You want to be with your soul tribe, the real ones, okay? Not a facade, not the illusion. And again, the ones who knows me, okay, I will share that one more time. I had that dream years ago, okay? And God told me a vision in my dreams, okay? And I was walking through a dark maze. I was not seeing myself walking, but I was walking just like I am, yeah, wearing a GoPro, GoPro, yes, GoPro, okay? And I'm seeing the maze only, but it was dark, okay? And that is what I'm saying, okay, that you are being consumed in the darkness. You are walking in that labyrinth, not knowing where you are heading, okay? A lot of confusion, a lot of darkness, and a lot of chaos. No order, no order, only the physical order, no spiritual order, okay? Order in the room, yes, one more time. But what I got, God woke me up, okay? God woke me up. Yes, Spirit woke me up with one word: illusion. Yeah, and I totally got it. This is how you can be guided, okay? Especially the ones who are being chosen by light. Yeah, wake up, okay? Wake up, yeah. So wake up call for a lot of people who are choosing to be working with their light. No more being consumed by the darkness, because that is not a reality. No. For me, that is not reality anymore, but I can understand that reality, okay? That is a level of perception where you need to go through, and you need to learn how to maneuver yourself through the darkness. Yeah, as I did that reading, okay? Glowing in the dark and popping in the light. Yes, that is what I got from Spirit, okay? Yeah. Glowing in the dark. At one point, you can glow in the dark because you are having your light. And also one of my quotes, okay, where do you want to go in the dark without light? Without light. Yeah, suffering, a lot of suffering, okay? Yeah, but it doesn't mean God was not seeing what you were capable of, okay? Capable of. All the duality, learning all the dualities of the world, the dark and the light, the hate and the love, the right and the left. Yeah, because we have a left side and a right side brain, okay? Yeah. And everything needs to be balanced out, balancing out. So when you are knowing your light, you can help yourself in the darkness. That means all the suffering was not for nothing. When you can transmute all the suffering, okay, all the suffering into something good, into something positive for yourself, you will not be able, yeah, to be triggered by anyone. Because that is what God is wanting for you to love yourself so fucking high. Again, that skyscraper, being on the top of that skyscraper, okay? Being on the top of the mountain and yelling and screaming, I made it, I made it, I made it. Yes, I made it. And even though you're not knowing what you're talking about at that point, okay? But you know that you made it on the mountaintop. Yeah, before actually you are on the mountaintop, because there are a lot of levels of perception and realities, and we need to know that. Yeah, I've been watching an anime, okay? Yeah, man, one of the best series, okay? And it's called The Demon Slayer. Look it up, okay? Crunchyroll. Yeah, Crunchyroll, on Crunchyroll. Yeah, and there are movies coming from that series, okay? Yeah, The Demon Slayer. Japanese anime, of course, yeah. My lord, the best of the best that I saw ever, okay? And of course, you need to have to like anime, yeah. But everything is about timing, okay? Because as my son was younger, okay, he saw Naruto and that kind of movies, also anime, of course. But I wasn't ready to watch those kind of movies or series, okay? Yeah, but this one I saw, and I thought I need to watch that one, The Demon Slayer. I told my son, yeah, it was totally popping up, okay? You're popping up, yeah, coming to me. You need to watch this. A sign and being delivered by God. And years ago, okay, I'm not sure, 2023 or 2022, I did a reading, demon slaying, okay, demon slaying, hunting, okay, yeah, hunting. I have my cards, but I don't want to. No, no cards. Maybe this one. God told me. Yeah, distant thunder, clear the air. Yeah, and clear the air means clearing everything in the darkness, what you've learned, okay? When you are, and God will give you, again, goggles, okay, for you to watch in the darkness who is who, because you will get the eyes of God so you can see. You will get, yeah, the ears of God so you can hear, okay? So you know that as I was walking in that maze, as I was in that illusion, okay, it's like a movie, okay, and again, a horror show. No, not totally, because in my life, it was all about change, 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 okay. And for the ones who are knowing me, I like a challenge. I like a challenge. If you are not challenging me, okay, when you are not a deep person, no, no, yeah, I know what I'm talking about, okay? Yeah. It's not about that. People cannot come to me, okay? I am the nicest and the sweetest person I can be, but I can also, because I went into the darkness, okay? Yeah. That is what God is wanting from you. God is wanting from you, even though you are consumed by darkness, it was a learning process, okay? It was a learning process, yeah. See it like that, yeah. And again, home. Every single time, okay? That cushion, yeah. The cushion of Jesus, yeah. It's home. You knowing that you are headed home. And I'm not talking about house, okay? Because you are home, okay? And again, you are not knowing where home is, but home is within you. God is within you. It's everything is within you, in your heart. Okay, that is who you are, and everything what you need, the answers are already within you. Try to ask a question and you will get the answer. And this is how you need to know who you are. You are from the light. You are born, chosen from light, okay? But people around you cursed by energy and dark energy and by ancestors who are not knowing how to come out of it. And I'm talking about generation after generation cursed upon a family. And finally, that one person is being chosen. Yeah, I'm hearing dislike. Yeah, no, yeah. People will be disliking you because you are full of authenticity, okay? And at one point, I'm not sure where you are at. I know where you are heading, okay? Because when I will say to you, you are light, yeah, take that one from me, okay? Out of light, born from light, and not knowing that you are carrying the light because, again, consumed by darkness, consumed from so many people who are thinking that they were chosen by God to disrupt your life. God, please, yeah, to disrupt your life. No, they need to go. Yeah, they need to go, okay? You need to be ordering everything from the universe, the life that you crave, okay? Just like you are hunger for food, okay? So much hunger, craving for and thirsty, okay, for wanting more in your life. That is what I'm getting. Yeah, thank you. That is what I'm getting, okay? What's this card? Distant thunder, clear the air. Yeah, you need to clear the air with yourself. No one else. Yeah, no one else. Because fog around you. And that fog was so dense, you could not come out of it, okay? Just like how to come out of a maze and, yeah, just walking, not even running, okay, but walking. And I heard paranoid. I was never paranoid, okay? But people will think that you are paranoid. They are projecting everything onto the one who's not living in illusion, okay? And you are carrying that light. Let them talk about your light. They're not knowing, they can feel, okay? But they are just envious that they will be copying your every move, your every style, and wanting to copy your spirit even. But that is not, okay? They cannot clone that. They cannot clone that. No, it's yours. It's your birthright, your whole life, what you've been learning, the suffering even, okay? The people you are connecting with in the darkness, you needed to learn and processing everything just like processed food, okay? Yeah, in a blender, and you were blending in. Okay, that is what I'm seeing. You are blending in and you thought you were doing a great job. You were doing a great job by blending in, okay? Because it was not your time to come out of the darkness. It's all about divine timing. It's all about you learning where you are at in your life. That's why I'm talking always about be in that present moment, okay? Clear the air after one lesson. Take a pause, take a breathe, okay? A long one. Like this. Breathe out, okay? Yeah. And then ask questions, more and more questions. What is happening here? What am I seeing? And the answers will come through the ears, through the eyes, and it will get clearer and clearer every single time when you are knowing and understanding that second word, okay, more understanding what is happening, for you to understand the bigger picture of God's plan. And God's plan is that new earth, and new earth is already here, okay? This is the year of completion, completing everything, okay? And this reading needs to be read, resonating with you. Everything in life is about resonating, okay? Resonating, resonator. Yeah, When you are resonating, you are understanding more and more of these layers until, again, you are at the top of the building. Whoa, great reading. And I can talk more and more and more, okay? But in another reading. Thank you for being back. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, everything what you can do. So yeah, learning, learning, and learning, okay? Until next time. Love you all, okay? And peace be with you. Bye-bye.